Archbishop Carlo Maria Viganò has yet once again warned us of the deep church and the deep state. And he's naming names this time. He names the big three: Klaus Schwab, George Soros, and Bill Gates. And he notes that what was once conspiracy theory has become conspiracy fact. Skipping a bit here, he says, Klaus Schwab said, "In the fourth industrial revolution, the winners will take it all. So if you are a World Economic Forum first mover, you are the winners." These various serious statements have two implications, says Archbishop Viganò. The first is that the winners will take it all and will be winners. It is not clear in what capacity and with whose permission. The second, those who do not adapt to this fourth industrial revolution will find themselves ousted and will lose. They will lose everything, including their freedom. When it comes to social media, when it comes to economics and banking, when it comes to even real estate, and when it comes to governmental aid, if you're not on board with what Schwab and the billionaires are pushing, you will not be a winner. The winners will take all. That means the losers lose all. I know that 2 centuries of Enlightenment thought, revolutions, atheistic materialism, and anti-clerical liberalism have accustomed us to thinking of faith as a personal matter, or that there is not an objective truth to which we must all conform. But this is the fruit of the propedeutic indoctrination, one that happened long before what is happening today. It would be foolish to believe that the anti-Christian ideology that drove the secret sects and Masonic groups of the 18th century had nothing to do with the anti-Christian ideology that today drives people like Klaus Schwab, George Soros, and Bill Gates. And what Viganò is saying is those secret societies with those subversive ideas that were anti-Christian have now taken root, they've received fertilizer, and they've grown into the weeds of secular humanism and of globalization. And leaders in that thought process today don't have to be in a secret Masonic society. They can be out in the open, and he names them. The driving principles are the same: rebellion against God, hatred for the church and humanity, and destructive fury aimed against creation and especially against man, because he is created in the image and likeness of God. He quotes Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. "Our battle is not against creatures made of flesh and blood, but against the principalities and powers, against the rulers of this world of darkness, against the spirits of evil that dwell in the heavenly places." End quote. He cites St. Paul here, says, ultimately our enemies are not Bill Gates, not Schwab. Our enemies are the demonic principalities, the satanic powers, the fallen angels who are influencing fallen humans to pursue a Luciferian and satanic agenda on planet Earth. Our Lord Jesus Christ came to this earth to save us and destroy the works and the pomps of the devil. That's why he taught us to pray, "Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." Satan wants it to be on earth as it is in hell. That's why just below this, Archbishop Viganò talks about the city of God, which serves Jesus Christ. And then there is the city of man, or the city of the devil, which lies, deceives, and kills. With that city of the devil, Archbishop Viganò identifies the New World Order, the United Nations, and the World Economic Forum, as well as the European Union, the World Bank, and the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. We, who belong to the city of God, must battle against these dark forces, these spiritual and demonic principalities and powers. And how do we do that? We do that through prayer and fasting. That's what Jesus Christ taught us. The apostle said, we couldn't get these demons out. And Jesus said, some of them only come out by prayer and fasting. Christ is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. He has power over all these things. We must become small. We must become little. We must become humble and beg his almighty hand to drive them out. He said, it is now clear that everything is linked together, without having to dismiss those who say so as conspiracy theorists. The conspiracy is already there. We are not inventing it. We are simply denouncing it, hoping that people will wake up from this suicidal narcosis and demand that someone put an end to the global coup. The operations of social engineering and mass manipulation have demonstrated beyond any doubt that this crime was premeditated and how it is consistent with a, quote, spiritual vision of the conflict that is now unfolding. It is necessary to take sides and fight without giving in. The truth, which is an attribute of God, cannot be canceled by error, and life cannot be defeated by death. Remember that the Lord, who has said of himself, I am the way, the truth, and the life, has already defeated Satan. And what remains of the battle serves only to give us the opportunity to make the right choice, to choose to do those actions which place us under the banner of Christ on the side of good. One reason why the message of Archbishop Viganò resonates not only with Catholics, but Christians all over the world is that he is proclaiming that our societal woes, our degeneracy, can only be cured and saved and redeemed through the cross of Jesus Christ.